Welcome everyone. I know I see that we have a few more attendees showing up and I've just promoted a couple of our panelists to join us, but we do have a few minutes before the official start of this latest episode of Town Hall and our final one for the season and for 2020. And may I just say, 2021 could not come sooner. So welcome, get settled in. If you are interested in sharing where you're from and what industry you're coming to us from, please throw that into the chat. For those of you who have been coming to Sched Ed for the last few weeks and months, you probably noticed that I don't look anything like Jamie, our usual host. So Jamie is actually out of office today and I will be covering for her, but more like I'm going to just hand it off to all of the amazing panelists that we brought on over the last few weeks, as well as the hair industry guys. So if you're here to see some of your favorite influencers and industry leaders, they are all coming in and logging on as we speak. And in the meantime, please feel free to do what Amy just did and throw in your information into the chat so we can hear from where you're from. And then as we go along, you can participate in conversations there or submit Q&A questions. And I'll do all of the sort of basic, what's the deal with Zoom and what the rules and expectations are. Not really rules, it's a holiday party, but I'll go through everything that you need to know about today and all of our giveaways and what we are planning in just a couple of minutes. So get comfortable. If it's the right time of day where you are, I hope you're sipping some champagne if that's your thing, and we'll get started in just a minute. Oh, I see the hair industry team has arrived. Welcome. So just so Jay and the hair industry team knows, I think the way that this is set up, and Nina and I figured it out a few minutes ago, you're now co-hosts, so you should have access to turn on your camera, turn on your audio, if that's your thing, which I assume it probably will be once we get started. And I will keep promoting our panelists as they arrive. And then for anyone who's joining us just to participate in today's talks, questions, trivia, what have you, holiday party, welcome, and please feel free to throw your name, your information, where you're from, whether you're a yoga instructor, whether you're a hairstylist, whether you're a barber, into the chat, and we'll just get started in a few minutes. There's Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome. I know it's the 11 o'clock hour. Happy holidays. I guess we can say that now. We've done Thanksgiving.
I think we can.
Hanukkah. And how's everything going in Palm Springs, right?
Yeah, it's going great. Beautiful day out.
Yeah.
So all is good.
It's like a cool, like ice cold 75 degrees there.
Yeah, you know what? I think we are today. Probably about 75. It's probably a bit chilly right now. It's only. I'm always cold, so I would have a hoodie on. I wear a hoodie pretty much year round, even
That's
with.
how I am.
If it's 120 degrees, I still have a hoodie on, which seems very bizarre.
I really believe that your blood thins. I mean,
Yeah.
I come from a cold climate, but I've been in Los Angeles for so long that it's like the temps drop below 50 and I'm in 4 sweaters and socks.
It's 63 right now. It'll be 70 today and I'm freezing.
Yeah. It's a chilly Palm Springs afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. It looks like everybody is logging in. So just as a little reminder to everyone, I'm going to start promoting our panelists as they arrive as co-hosts so that you can turn your camera and your audio on like Jay has done. And I am just going to get us all started here in a moment. I know that we're still waiting on a couple more of our previous hosts, including the wonderful Cassie Kurtz, who I think is on her way. So I'm going to keep pulling people in, and Hannah from Schedulicity is also on to help bounce. We're bouncing this holiday party, so we'll be bouncing them in. In the meantime, I just wanted to say welcome to all of our attendees so far, and it looks like we still have some people joining us. So as we're getting started, just as a reminder, this is our final Schedulicity Town Hall for 2020. So for those of you who have been joining us for the last few weeks, we had a series of classes on every topic imaginable, and I'm joined here today by Nina and Jay so far, and they should probably look familiar to you if you attended our classes regularly. If not, let me just point out that all of our webinars are available in replay format on our website. So you can watch. Nina and Jay, you both have done numerous webinars for us since the start of the pandemic. So thank you for that. But certainly the Sched Ed ones were great. So for those of you who want to get caught up or even do a little like self-improvement over the holiday season, there is everything covered from time management with Jay. We talked about customer service and client relationships with Nina. We talked about finances. We talked about scheduling and payments and the madness of holiday discounts and all of those things. And you know what, honestly, like I feel like we went through the finals, we're exhausted. We all pulled some all-nighters maybe recently, and we're here for a holiday party. So welcome. And there they are.
Hey,
what's up? Good to see you guys.
So I'm very excited to hand this off to you, Corey and Tony, and I'll get us started. But let me just do a couple of housekeeping things, and then I'm going to turn it over to the true hosts of this, which is also the host of the Your Day Off podcast. So for those of you who have not listened to it, please give it a listen. Before I get started, I'm just going to break down, or before I let you all get started, I should say, I'm just going to sit here and look pretty. But in the meantime, let me just say that what we're going to do for the first part of this is a fun 20 questions quickfire with all of the people that are joining us as former co-hosts and current panelists. So we're going to ask you some really fun questions that we prepared, sort of old school 20 question style. Then we're going to hop into our giveaways. So we are giving away a bunch of really great stuff after we do that. And the way we're going to do this, and it's going to be kind of fun for those of you joining us, is that we're going to ask trivia questions, and all of you can respond in the chat with your answers as quickly as possible. And the first answer that's correct wins the prize. So we're going to do a bunch of prizes right after we do some introductions, and then we will finish up with a little Q&A that is open for all of our attendees to ask questions. So if you have questions about anything that you saw in the Sched Ed series, or if you just have questions for industry experts, they're here and they're ready to talk shop with you. So we'll end on that. I should say we'll almost end on that, because I can't possibly forget that we also are giving away one final iPad for this town hall season. So one lucky winner will receive an iPad, and we will drop the link in the chat so that you can start applying for that, and I will announce the winner at the end of this session. But without further ado, I'm going to hand this over to our real hosts today, who are Corey and Tony, and we'll get started. So welcome here to Your Day Off crew.
Well,
awesome.
thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. And thanks,
I got my phone so I can try to win that iPad right
I know.
now.
I want the iPad too. How do we get the iPad? Do we qualify for the iPad?
I'm over here like, yeah,
I know, right? Hey, we're going against each other.
I'll make some calls. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. Jay, Nina, great to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
And see you guys.
It's always great to see you, Nina. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was going through all of our 2020 picks, and there you were in a few of them.
Oh.
So we have some rapid questions. I think we're going to go back and forth.
Sure.
Back and forth. All right, cool. So Nina, and you're so great for this question because this is all you talk about this on Facebook all the time. What's the most binge show you watch during quarantine?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, if you know me, you know these two things about me. I'm a reality TV junkie, and I also will binge some serious crime shows, crime dramas like Snapped or 48 Hours. I got on this new one that I just watched called Twisted Love. So that was one that I binged. But anything reality, Love is Blind, that was a big one that I binged. Anything Housewives, I will literally binge. But I did watch Tiger King.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that was interesting. And I didn't watch it at
Enough
first.
said, right?
That's the word that I choose, right? Interesting. I didn't watch it at first, and then everybody's like, you have to watch it. So I felt peer
Right.
pressured to watch the show. But yeah, anything crime. I've been on a crime drama binge lately. So that's kind of where I've been living for sure.
I think I might be the one guilty for twisting your arm to watch Tiger King. I'm pretty sure we had that conversation, Nina.
I was going to say, I thought it was you. Yeah, it was you and also my friend Alexi, who was like, come on, you got to get in on it. And I'm like, really? I don't know, but what about the Tigers? And I was like, that's it. Forget it. Let me get in on this whole commotion and drama. And I was like,
It's probably the most
time.
watched show in March.
Yeah, well, definitely the most watched show in March, right?
Yeah, because I think everybody watched it in March because when we all got shut down.
That's it, man.
That's it. Yep. All right, Jay, number 2. What's your claim to fame?
You know what's funny? I looked at every one of these questions. That's the only one I don't have an answer for. I don't even know if I have a claim to fame. It's such a weird question. I don't have one. I don't know what my claim to fame. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Jay, what's your guilty pleasure?
Okay, I can tell that.
Tiger King.
No, Nina and I basically have the same TV show watching preferences. I did watch Tiger King, and I do love a reality train show, Trainwreck. My guilty pleasure is I get up every day about 2:45 in the morning, and so I take about a 30-minute nap every day.
2:45? You're up?
Yeah, it's early.
Wow.
That's like doing the Rock stuff, right? Doesn't Rock get up at like first thing in the like 4 in the morning or 2 in the morning? 2:30 though.
About that same time. Yeah, you know, it was the whole time change thing. It's what got me jacked up. I used to be like 3:30, and now ever since the time change, I'm just 2:30, and I can't get out of it. So it's about 2:30 every day. So I require about a 30-minute nap midday just to make sure I don't explode.
Whew.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All right, so
I can leave the room now.
well, since you gave Jay Nina's question, I'm going to give Jay's question to Nina. What's your claim to fame?
Oh, hell. Really?
Somebody's going to answer it.
Somebody's got to answer.
Look,
Yeah.
I looked at this question and I was like, let me just have something prepared just in case. But I also felt like you, Jay, I was like, it's kind of like a weird question. Like, I really don't feel like I have like a claim to fame. Like, I don't know. I just don't really think like that. But if I'm going to be forced to answer the question, I would say it isn't a claim to fame, but I think what I do well in terms of, just with helping other people and making connection with them. I think I'm very relatable and vulnerable. I think the vulnerability for me, because look, there are so many amazing people that do what I do with coaching and helping salon owners and stylists build their business. But I think the fact that I am very vulnerable and share a lot of my personal stories and things that I have gone through and lived through really help connect with other people. So it's not a claim to fame because I just don't live in that space. But I think it kind of maybe separates me a little bit just because I've been through some things and, I really want to share to help other people. So boom, there you go.
Boom.
I'll take it.
I love that answer.
I like how you danced around it.
I know she sure did, didn't she?
Yeah.
We'll give her a text message a little bit later. giving her the beef. Cassie, man, welcome to the room, man.
Hi guys, how are you?
How are you doing? Hey, so we're just going around with 20 questions for the guest or the panel here. So guess what? You're up, Daddy-O. So what is? Oh, I'm lost. Oh, okay. What's your favorite self-care ritual? This should be interesting.
Ooh,
Ooh's not an answer.
it's not. I'm pretty bad at self-care, even though I advocate for it all the time. But my favorite is I've moved into this lovely new apartment in preparation for a potential quarantine again. I realized during the first one that, sunlight, a lot of natural light and having open space and tall ceilings is a necessity for me to stay sane. So what I've done ever since moving into this apartment is I wake up not nearly as early as Jay, but
well, there's no sunlight at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's dark.
Moonlight.
No, that's the moonlight, which I can also catch, which I'm excited for. But I wake up a little bit earlier and I make my coffee and I just sit on the couch with my dogs and I journal every single morning about what I want, what I'm afraid of, what I hope for, and it kind of helps me grounded during all this thing. So That's lately mine.
All right, Jay, back to you, brother. What's a quirk you have?
I am bizarrely OCD about straight lines. Things have to be in
Whoa.
a straight line. I'm so weird that if I go to the grocery store and there's something's not forward faced and straight, I will literally straighten the shelves as I go down the aisles.
I've seen that show, Monk.
I probably have a little bit of that in me, and it's like it's just weird. Yeah, so at my studio, I have my own line of supplements, and if my assistant puts the supplements up and all the labels aren't forward facing, I'll even do you better than that. In my refrigerator,
No.
the beverages need to be in a straight line with the label facing forward. Listen, I don't want you to come over and be confused. If you open the fridge, I want you to know exactly what you're getting. You don't need to move things around. So yeah, I'm a straight line.
COVID, right? You just want to go grab your thing. Don't be touching everything to spit them.
Yeah, keep it clean.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, this is my favorite question for Nina. And Nina, don't forget, we spent the weekend together. So are you usually early or are you a late one?
Oh, I am always early. Always early. There has
Oh
to be
shit, that
something
means we were
major.
late.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, okay? I was waiting so nicely in the lobby for you guys downstairs in our hotel. No, I actually have a pet peeve about that. And so funny because I am always early. It's one of those things that I believe, even if you're supposed to be there 15 minutes early, be there 20 or 25 minutes early just for
Right.
safety. But the crazy thing is, I have a good, really core group of friends that I've been friends with now for almost 25 years. There's about 6 of us. And I would say 4 out of the 6 are always late. And I mean like late, like, hey, we're going to meet for dinner at 6. They show up at 7. They're like an hour late and it drives me absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm an early bird for sure.
All right, Cassie, what's a tool you can't do without?
A tool I can't do without would have to be,
Screwdriver, hammer.
I was gonna say my chisel, but I'd probably say the same pair of 7-inch shears that I got in barber school almost a decade
Oh, boom.
ago.
Wow.
Wow.
They're my go-tos. Like everybody has tried getting me to join all the other teams, you know, in terms of Hanzo, Mizutani. They're all great shears. They're all amazing tools, but the guy who sold me a $50 pair of 7-inch shears.
That's it. You know what's interesting is like I remember early on people saying that, you know, your shears is a once in a lifetime purchase. And I thought he was full of doo-doo. You know, I didn't think that was true, but sure enough, I mean, Tony, you've had the same shear. Tony's shears are really thin right now, but they're still working, man. They still got them, man. They've been sharpened to a nub.
Right. I've had them for 30 years now.
That's it. Hey, Jay, if we were to look through your phone, what's the number one app on your phone? I love this question.
Yeah, you'd be bored out of your mind if you looked at my phone. I am so like, the only reason I even have apps is just because I have a business, but I would say the only app that I really use is my Facebook app. And that's only because I'm doing my business stuff on that, like promoting my programs and clubs and groups and things. And I was going to say, you know, obviously outside of the Schedulicity app, which we all are using, you know, tremendously, but yeah, it'd be Facebook. Like I'm not a TikTok guy. I can't dance. I don't sing. I don't do anything special. So it would just have to be basic, boring Facebook.
Hey, just for a TikTok shout out, do you guys follow Nina? Because she's got all the dance moves.
Right. Well, you brought Nina up. So you can't say Your Day Off podcast, but what's your 2020 Spotify top artist?
Oh, wait.
You can't say us. We don't count. You can't because we're here together.
She can't think out past us. Though.
Oh, okay.
I know. Yeah. I'm having a hard time. Wait, artist in terms of like, you're saying Spotify artist, are we talking about hairstylist, artist, podcast, artist?
Last week, like Spotify put out like the top listen things on Spotify. What did you do it? Did they send you the?
I didn't get that.
Dude, your Spotify must be janky. You need to go back to your Spotify. What'd you listen to, man? Here we go. What's your favorite song of 2020?
Oh, now we're talking. Okay.
Now we're talking.
Music. Yeah, I perked up. So, oh my God, my favorite song of 2020. Oh, this is so hard. That just came out in 2020.
Can we move on?
No, don't you dare. Don't you do it. No, okay. So listen, this sounds so crazy. I know because he's been around for a minute, but I have been on the Justin Bieber train for the past like 5 months. And I don't know what's going on. I used to listen to him like a little while ago, but his new album, I don't know. I'm just all about his new album. Not even the Yummy song, because that one's like okay. But there's a song on there that I listened to and now I can't drawing a blank. But Justin Bieber would be my person for 2020. Shock and awe, I know.
J Bibbs.
It is.
Biebs. The Biebs, right?
Right.
Biebs. Yes.
Hey, Cass, what's the worst hair trend of all time? Oh, glad we didn't ask Jay that.
Yeah.
The worst hair trend of all time.
If you say long beard, I'm coming there to beat you up, bro.
What?
I said, if you say long beards, I'm done. I'm coming up there to beat you up.
No, that's my specialty. That's all I do are beards. I would be out of business. The worst hair trend. You know what? I love a good hard part, for shorter haircuts, but what I hate is the placement of it. A lot of barbers especially tend to place the part like almost in the middle of the head, and they do this hard part because the person doesn't really have a part to the side. And I'm like, just don't do it. Please don't do it. It doesn't look good. We tried escaping that grade school. Don't do it.
I'm glad I'm wearing a hat.
Right. Not showing off your hard part.
Exactly. My middle part, my shaved in middle
That's
part.
a permanent middle part. Awesome. All right, Jay, a client's pet peeve.
This is just one of my pet peeves in life. I'm kind of what Nina said earlier. I can't stand anybody who's late. Client, no client, whoever you are. If you're late, you don't get to come in. So if my friends were Nina's friends that showed up an hour late for dinner, I'd be gone. Because I can remember I got to get up at 2:30 in the morning. I got to go to bed. I don't have an hour to wait for you.
He got things to do.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he would say like mixed up bottles or something.
Right.
I'm on a tight schedule.
Right.
Hey, Nina, what job would you have if you weren't doing what you do now?
Ooh, I love this question. So 2 things.
Supermodel.
I would no, that would be amazing, but thank you. Not that one. I would either be an interior designer, like interior decorator, because I love doing all of that and putting things together and paint colors and fabrics and all of that. Or I think I would work for the FBI.
What?
Yes.
Oh, it's the crime thing. It's the crime
It's the crime
show.
thing. Let me tell you something.
You watch Unsolved Mysteries? I love Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes, Unsolved Mystery, anything like that. Unsolved Mysteries is great. I love SVU. I love all of that stuff. But I used to think that, I don't know, like just FBI or working like for having like the little earpiece and like just really diving into and like being a detective and going through all of that stuff. I don't know. It's so incredibly interesting to me. So one spectrum, fashion, interior design, other spectrum would be FBI or like some sort of detective.
Sounds like a show, like a crime fashion detective.
It's a fashion detective.
Right,
I like
the fashion police.
I like it. The real fashion police,
Yeah.
right? Like
The po.
that's
All
All
hilarious.
right, Cassie. All right. Name 3 of your favorite Instagram accounts or who you follow.
Wrong person to ask this. I am the worst with Instagram. Well, Schedulicity, even though that sounds like a placement, has been on their meme game lately. Like their posts have been hilarious. So I'm gonna go with Schedulicity to start. Next one, Middle Class Fancy. If you don't follow Middle
What?
Class Fancy,
I'm writing that down.
yeah.
Wait, what is
It
it?
is. It's called Middle Class Fancy, and basically it's my childhood growing up in suburban New Jersey. It's just really stupid content that makes you laugh right now, especially with everything going on in the world. Applebee's is mentioned a lot on that page.
Nice.
And then my final favorite page on Instagram. Oh God, I'm really bad at Instagram, guys.
That's okay. You're supposed to say hair industry.
Hair industry, absolutely. Oh my God,
Boom.
look at that. You just read my mind.
So dumb.
Absolute timing. We're right here.
Hey Jay, so you've already said that you get up at 2:30 in the morning, which I'd still am mind numb by that. But what's the best way to start that day?
I mean, you guys have probably figured this out based on all my answers. I'm super ritualistic. And so the first thing I do every morning is kind of what I think Cassie said she gets in her journal. So I use a real like a journaling system. It's the first thing I do every morning. So I write down 3 things I'm thankful and grateful for. I go through this whole process of just kind of like brain dumping. And it's just a really a great way to start the day without getting bogged down into like my phone or like the work aspect of it. So I spend about an hour before. So from 2:30 to 3:30 is just my time. And that's really the only time I get for myself the entire day.
Wow.
So once 3:30 kicks off, then, I'm responsible for everybody else. And so that whole hour is just kind of my self-care routine of just kind of meditation and mindfulness and gratitude.
Love that.
I love that too, right? It's like a morning cleanse,
Yeah.
by mind dumping. I dig that.
All right, you're up, Nina. What is the biggest thing or that you're looking forward to in 2021?
Oh boy. There's a couple different things. If we're thinking about like people and country and everything else going on, the number one thing I think for 2021 for all of us really is to heal. That's the truth. Because Jay and I've been talking about this now for the past couple weeks about 2021 and like sharing our goals and things. I think we all need to, the thing I look forward to is possibly healing from what, everyone has endured in 2021. I am also really looking forward to see the shift in the industry that I think is coming and has been slowly moving. And that is hairstylists and owners that are really dialing in on their business and creating boundaries in their business and having price increases if they haven't had one in 5, 10, 15 years, and really kind of putting themselves first in the way that they're growing and running their business instead of, showing up and being on call and working 6-7 days a week and, chaotic hours and really not being nervous to have a price increase and do all of those things. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But the healing thing really is what I think I hope happens for us in 2021.
Always thinking of others.
I know, right? I love it, and I'm hopeful that healing is within is with the community and within our community, right?
Sure.
Like I hope like the community can strengthen itself as well as strengthen each other. So we're really looking forward to that. And as far as like trends go, or as far as what I see, that's kind of what I see. I see us kind of like us that work behind the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Jay. You need to get behind a chair. So, us that work behind the chair is just being there in support of each other and being there in a real kind of way. Like, let's not rely on the brands and them to create community for us. Let's go out there and create our own communities. And I think through social media and stuff like that, I think if that's a positive way that we can use it is let's start creating community for us, and not rely on the brands and stuff. So that's what we're looking forward to. And that's what we're working towards as well. Miss Cassie, are you a dog person or are you a cat person? If you say goldfish, you're done.
Shoot. All right. Well, there goes my answer. No. If you saw my dogs, you may be a little confused and think I am a cat person.
That's the best answer ever.
I have 2 Chihuahuas, but I am very much a dog person. My parents have 2 big dogs. My boyfriend wants a Doberman. I would retire happily just taking care of dogs for the rest of my life. So definitely.
Dude, that's awesome.
All right, Jay.
Yep.
This is for your industry. What is the worst fad or trend that was in your industry that you find?
In my industry, so in the health, wellness, weight loss, like transformation world, it's just I can't say that. So yeah, but you gotta keep it clean, right? I'd say the misleading marketing would be probably the easiest way that I could say that. People who don't really have the chops to help people claiming that they do, and then misleading them with, lose 30 pounds in 15 days or drink this tea and you'll be skinny forever. It's just, my industry's overrun with nonsense like that. So my entire mission with my podcast is I say I'm going to disrupt, inspire, and transform. So my mission is to disrupt old patterns and old sequences of like, people just being lied to. So if you listen to my podcast or you've ever heard me speak, like it's raw and it's out there, but it's completely honest. And I just tell people the truth. So I think that's
I
been the
love
biggest
that.
thing in my industry.
I love that.
I appreciate that as well.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm at to send back all my shakes and wiggles
Yeah.
and waggles and
all the shake weight and all that. I mean, if you've got it, use it, but
what's the what
Right.
what was the Suzanne Summers one? Or am I dating myself?
That was the Thigh Master.
Thigh
The
Master.
Thigh Master. Yeah, I guess that's gonna have to go back too.
Yeah.
I don't think they're taking that back.
they're not taking that one back.
You're stuck.
Not used
Gotta-
anyway. No.
I've got the most mastered thighs ever, man. I'm not going to show you guys. Relax. Hey, Nina, since we can't be together, what's your New Year's Eve plans?
Oh my God, the same New Year's Eve plans that I've had for the past probably 5 years. We don't do anything for New Year's Eve. We like to stay home. I went through a period of time where I love to go out with my friends and, go to dinners and do all of that stuff. But as I'm getting a little older now, I think we just look forward more to being at home, spending time with our dogs. We make a nice dinner. We typically would never stay up until the ball drops because we're usually sleeping before then, but just like nice jazz music, quiet, have a little bit of, like a nice, maybe bottle of champagne, I have 2 sips and I'm done. So it's not even, my husband will drink the rest of it, but just a nice quiet evening at home, I think that's the plan.
She said that she's in bed before the ball drops. She lives on the West Coast. It drops at like 9 p.m.
Right.
Well, what's your bedtime, Nina?
Listen, if you don't listen, you text me sometimes and it's late, but I am in bed at 8:30. Seriously, I'm in bed at 8:30, and I know Jay is too because he's up at 2:45. So he's in
Right.
bed.
True story.
So yeah, I mean, but I've only been on the East. This will be the second time that will be for the ball drop. So yeah, I'm probably can make it. But being on the East Coast, I mean, that's where I was my entire life. Like I barely would make it. Like the 3 years prior, there's no way that I was staying up 11:30, 12 o'clock. Like there's just no way.
Well, don't come to our house because you'll be the only one sleeping in the corner and you get things done to you.
Yeah, you'll like
You'll
draw
wake
on
up.
my face.
All right, Cassie. We've all learned something new, or we all figured something out new about us, or learned something new in quarantine. What is the one thing that you learned to do in quarantine?
One thing I learned to do in quarantine, well, it definitely would not go with phase workouts or regimen, but I learned how to make really buttery, fluffy biscuits. And let me tell you, they're so easy to make and they're the best comfort food. And all I do is make biscuits for everyone now. Whenever someone's having a bad day, I'm like, here's just a bag of biscuits. Like,
Yeah, see, I'm from Texas. I'm from the South. I grew up on biscuits. So I don't hate on a biscuit.
there we go.
All right, we're gonna send you our address, Cassie.
I know,
We
for
wanna
real.
Try these biscuits.
Yes.
I went right back to Popeyes. The buttery like biscuits that Popeyes have. Oh, being a vegetarian for 7 years, I haven't been to a Popeyes in a really long time. But Cassie, you're killing me, dog. You're killing me. All right, we already know the answer to this, Jay. I don't know why we have to ask it.
It's a given, right? If anybody gets this wrong, something's wrong with you.
they just tuned in, Jay. I think they just tuned
All
in.
right,
If they
so
did.
instead of making it a question, we'll make that the first trivia about Jay.
Ooh, I like that. Can we do that, Kit? Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna start. Are you ready for the giveaway portion of this? You mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so we'll see who's been in. Who's been in since the beginning will know the question, and they'll get it right first.
That's it.
Do you guys know what you're giving away, or are you all set on that regard? Or just...
No, we have no idea what we're giving away. You lead us into what we're giving away.
So we're gonna start with like the trivia for this first portion. We will be giving away some like Schedulicity swag. So Hannah is floating around in the background, and she will fill in the details in the chat. And then as people win, she'll grab addresses and whatnot so that we can get that mailed to you. Then we will give away some special packages of discounted Schedulicity. So for everyone who's kind of headed into the new year and thinking about like improving their scheduling and their marketing, we're going to give you some serious discounts. And then of course we'll announce an iPad. But for this first portion of trivia, let's do some swag, huh, Hannah? She can throw in some more details, but go for it. Jay, it sounds like you're up.
All right, so the question's going to be, we're going to change the question from, what's Jay's favorite day into, is Jay a morning or night person?
Oh, the chat's blowing up.
Yeah,
I don't know who was first. I hope that whoever had the quickest fingers. That's awesome. All right, question number 2. If the room's ready, if their fingers are limbered up. According to Nina Tullio, what's one way you can increase client retention? I like this.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh. We got it. Hannah, do you got it? Does she have the answer?
I see one with the answer, yes.
Oh, word. We got one. All right, cool.
All right, so this one's about Nina as well. According to Nina Tullio, what's one way you can reconnect with lost clients?
Oh, I just saw Stacy Young came through. She's on fire.
She is on fire.
Fire.
Oh, I love all these answers too.
You want
They're
to
awesome,
announce Nina, as we go, why don't you guys announce the answers too, just so that everyone when they get the recording, I don't know that they get to see the chat.
Oh, sure. I can.
Oh,
Do
the
you want
chat.
to go back to the first one?
Yeah. So Jay, are you a morning person or are you a night person?
Obviously morning for sure.
Obviously, 2:30 in the morning. That's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
nighttime though, isn't it? That's a
night-
technicality right
Wait,
there.
That's debatable.
That's
Yeah.
kind of night.
Yeah, that's night for some and morning for others. So whoever answered in the middle.
So, Nina, what's the first question we asked was, according to Nina Tullio, what's the one way to increase client retention? Your answer is?
The answer is making sure that you have a really solid client consultation, follow up for the win. So following up with all of those new clients, and then also sending handwritten thank you cards or a thank you email or a thank you text follow up as well.
All right, number 3 was for you as well. And, how can we reconnect with lost clients?
So reconnect with lost clients. You could either do this through a mass email, or you could send out handwritten "We miss you" cards, which I'm all in favor of. And in the email that you're sending out, the mass email, it really is ensuring their safety, letting them know all of the safety protocol, but also letting them know that you are, if they decided to go somewhere else, open door policy, come back and see us. We miss you. We haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Come on back in. So those are the answers for that.
Beautiful.
Those are great answers. Hey, according to Cassie, what's the best way to get paid? I think we need to pause for a sec, or should we go to 2 questions and then come back and do them? What do you think, Kit?
I think. Oh, we're already getting answers. I think let's do 2 questions, and Hannah, what she's gonna do is we're figuring this out as we go along because this is a wild holiday party. Hannah will let people know who wins in the chat. So why don't you do a couple in a row?
Okay.
All right. So how much time does it take to switch from one task to another? Answer is.
All right, next question. What does Jay Nixon's RPI system stand for? Ooh.
Good one.
Oh, we stumped him.
What'd you say, Kit?
Looks like we stumped him.
I think so. That's why we can't go back to that one. So where do we leave off with Cassie?
Ooh, nope. Amy's coming in with an answer.
Amy.
Come on, Amy.
Amy.
Amy gets it. Good
Winner,
job,
winner,
Amy.
chicken dinner. Good job, Amy. Jay, so clear the air. What's RPI stand for?
Yeah, so it's every Sunday I have all my clients do what's called our Sunday RPI system. So it's reflection. So you reflect back on the previous week, things that you won at, things that you wish you would have done better at. And then preparation for the week coming up, like, how are you going to prepare yourself to win? And that could be everything down to like your food preparation. And then lastly, setting your intention, like what is your intention for the week that is about to be upon you? And by doing those 3 things, you cannot lose.
Awesome.
Love those.
Did we get a winner on how much time it takes to switch from one task to another?
Did we get her answers though?
Yeah, what's the official answer, Cassie?
For what? How much
There were
time
two
to switch
questions.
from one task to another? I don't think mine.
That wasn't hers. That wasn't for.
Yeah, it doesn't say anybody on there, but we can go to Cassie about what's the best way to get paid. Cass, what's the best way to get paid?
Any way you can, like make it easy for folks to give you their money. Schedulicity pay for credit cards, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, as long as you don't get hacked. Yeah, just make it easy for folks to give you their money.
That's awesome. Like we've been talking a lot recently about like creating less friction. How can we create less friction, for our client experience? And that's certainly like one of the ways to create less friction there. It sucks for your accountant, but for you, it's all right.
All right. This one's going to be really, really quick. Can you sell packages online during the client booking process with Schedulicity?
Ooh,
Man, that was fast.
Oh.
Yeah,
There we go.
Suzanne just won. Way to go, Suzanne Grace.
Oh, Suzanne's got quick fingers, man. She must have been like a typist or something before before coming over here to Schedulicity.
Right. Or she hired somebody sitting there right there and she'll say the answer. Pop, pop. 80 words
That's
a minute. 80 words a minute. Bam.
That's it right there, man. That's next town hall. It's going to be a whole bunch of people with fast typers on their side
Or shorthand, whatever, right?
Exactly. I think we got through. We got through all the 10 questions? Or
No.
one more.
No, we got 2 more.
We do?
Yeah, 9 and 10.
We're sorry to cut in on here, but just so everyone knows, we're switching now, and everybody who wins the next few trivia questions is going to win 3 months of Schedulicity at 50% off. So
Woo!
get ready
Whoa.
to get your typing skills out, guys.
Uh-oh. We'll go with number 10.
9 or 10.
All right. I want to see. Let's see. Everybody's fingers on the keyboard. What are Schedulicity in-person processing rates?
Ooh.
Oh. Nina and I talk about this on Facebook all the time. All right, Barry, you got yes. And swipes.
There.
Boom. Winner, chicken dinner. I'm not sure who it was, Hannah. That's on you.
All right. So we get it. All right. Ready?
This is like the bonus question because it's the bonus of the bonus.
Is that number 9?
Number 9 is like
It's
the bonus question.
Yeah. So, I mean, literally, you and I could probably win this one if we were in it, right? As far as typing, all right. Who has the best customer service ever?
Ooh.
Yep. No, winner already.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I told you.
And Schedulicity is hard to type out really quick too. There wasn't even like an error in there or nothing. It wasn't like because sometimes my phone will default to like schedule.
I would have cut and paste 'cause it's all over my computer.
That's it. Cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. You know what's interesting about that, and we've actually talked about this on the podcast, is that I now, because of Schedulicity, I judge every company that I deal with by their customer service, because at the end of the day, if they don't care about customer service, they don't care about my service, or they don't care about my dollars. So if they don't have great customer service, thank you, Jerry and the team at Schedulicity for doing that. But I judge everyone on Schedulicity, man, on their customer service. And that's a true story. And by the way, they're not customer service because they are
Boom.
rock stars.
Yep. Number 1. All right, you ready?
All right, Kit, we're back to you. Where are we going?
Random cues, number 21.
And I think you've got how many more, Hannah, to give away? I think we've got a few more. Hannah's like hiding in the wings. Just one.
All right.
So,
All right.
so get
Oh.
wild. You can pick any of those questions, and then we'll announce the iPad winner at the end of this. But you have one more to give away. So.
We might. Hey, Nina and Jay and Cassie, hold the room for a sec. Tony and I have to confer.
Well, that's perfect. While you're holding the room, I know that Nina answered this question a little bit and Jay did too, but one of the main questions that came through in terms of just like a Q&A, and we've got a good one, but it's what are you most looking forward to in 2021? So do you guys have any other like additional thoughts on, I know Nina had some great answers about the industry itself, but any big plans for the new year when we're all able to see each other again? Cassie, got anything big happening?
I'm looking forward to waking up on February 29th again, just adding a new leap year into the calendar. And it's like Groundhog's Day, and just waking up the next day. I'll be automatically throttled back to IBS New York City. I'll be setting up my booth, and instead of them saying it's canceled and Cuomo on the TV, we'll all be getting drunk that night together, having fun. I mean, I know Nina and Jay will be sleeping in the corner somewhere, but like, you know, we'll all be having fun. For 2021, I'm really looking forward to balance. You know, not something new on the news every day, not something kind of shaking us and making us question what the hell is going on with this year. Just looking forward to some real normalcy and balance, hopefully.
I love that.
Love that.
Awesome. Yep.
All right, for the big question, for the last question.
Yep. And Nina, she struggled with this. So, but if she lived here, maybe she wouldn't have, right? So, number 30. Name one of the 2 states, the U.S. states that don't observe daylight saving time.
I don't even know why I know the answer to this question.
Do you know both of them, Cassie? Do you know both states?
No, I only know one of them, but
I
this
know
was
one.
actually a conversation. I think it was a conversation between me and Kit or somebody at Schedulicity. I don't know why.
Well, here's my question. Can anybody name both? Because I don't want to give too much away, but I see a couple of correct answers in there. But if anyone can name
Ooh.
both, I feel like
Ooh,
they deserve a little special
little
prize.
special something.
Anybody got both? There we
Yeah,
go.
right
Yeah,
there.
there's one.
Wendy. Way to go, Wendy.
Unless someone got it earlier. Woo!
Now I'm like, Indiana, are they? Or did we miss a state in
No,
our
it's Arizona. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I wish we had something that we could access that had all the world's information.
Well,
on it.
if they named it and we missed it, they should really get a prize.
Right?
Let me Google that.
Schedulicity coming, bringing something to you. Sorry, Jerry, for giving away stuff that we haven't planned, but sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was thinking we're kind of getting to a good point now that we've done all of our giveaways. I actually have the iPad winner's name, but I'm going to sit on it for a minute and just
Ooh.
open the floor for anyone who's interested in asking any questions of anybody. We can do a little brief Q&A. So we did answer the one question that came through the Q&A section. So you can either throw a question in there, you can throw a question in the chat if you want, if you don't want to like hop on and ask your question out loud. Or for anyone who's super Zoom savvy, you can also raise your hand with a question and I can call on you so you can ask it live of any or all of our panelists. Or you can even stick it to the Your Day Off podcast guys, because I think they have a few opinions as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just like, I see a hand. We have
What?
Stars Barber on and he has a question.
My man, Barry B.
Woo.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Barry?
Nothing, man. Nothing, man. I just want to make sure everybody good, staying COVID free. Got your mentals together. You know what I'm saying?
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood is right.
That's what's up, man. I just want to make sure everybody was all right. Just want to do a wellness check-in. I hope everybody have a blessed holiday. I miss you guys. I can't wait till we all get.
Barry, we love you, buddy, man.
Barry.
Thanks for checking in on us. And
Oh, you already know. You guys already know. That's all I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do that. I know I'm cheating. I just wanted to do that.
that's okay.
It's all
we
good,
love hearing
brother.
your voice. We haven't heard your
Yeah.
voice in forever, man.
Oh, it's been a minute.
I know.
Yeah. I just been out here grinding and just trying to, just work and try to put this together. You know how it is. It's a little slow, but definitely not discouraged. It's definitely a test of your mental, you know what I mean, and your will, and just strategizing and planning for the future, for the after the first of the year. So that's kind of what I've been doing with my downtime, just reevaluating things I'm doing. What can I do better? What can I do new? What can I do? So, and sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, as LeBron James said. So that's what
That's the truth, dude.
That's
So,
awesome.
That's it. So I'm gonna let people ask their questions. I just wanted to cheat
Yeah.
Thanks, Bear.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
All right.
Last call for questions. Does anybody else have a question? I don't see any other hands raised.
Nina, you did your heart. And whenever I do it upside down. Apparently, I'm the only one that
What's
can
up?
kind of see. I don't know, man. It doesn't work for me.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs.
There you go. Look at
Can't
that.
do that
Uh,
either. That's
He's like
Hey,
the
Sam,
Grinch.
thumbs down.
Like he grew a
There
heart.
you go. You got it, Jeff.
He went from a teardrop to a heart.
Or you could see in his face, he discovered it. He was like,
Oh yeah.
oh.
Yeah. I have a question. Do we have another question? All right, I have a question for Jay.
So
What's what's a great way to get started in health and wellness and make it kind of achievable, or make it a goal, and not make it too big where you get distracted or you get discouraged?
I love that question, because that's 99% of people when they start any kind of transformation, especially in the wellness and weight loss world, they make it too big, right? They go so far, so all in, that after 2 or 3 days, it's so discouraging because nothing happens. So my latest analogy that I've been using is, if you could envision 100-pound rock across the room, and it's jagged and it's gross and it's heavy, and I said, all right, guys, one of you go pick that rock up and bring it back to me. Like, you'd be looking at each other like, you get the rock, I'm not gonna get the rock, right? And you go try to get it, and you wouldn't be able to get it all the way to me, and you'd be bloodied and it'd cut you up. But if I went over and I busted that rock into 100 little 1-pound rocks, and I said, all right, Corey, go grab me a rock, you'd be like, I'll get a rock, I'll get 2. And I'll be like, no, get 1. You bring me bring me 1 rock every day, just 1-pound rock every single day, and you put them in the corner. At the end of 100 days, you've got that same 100-pound rock, without the discouragement, without the overwhelm, without all the nonsense that you're going to create for yourself. So it's really about, and the first thing you have to do is really make the decision and the declaration that you really want to change, because everybody talks about it. And this is where my honesty gets in, it comes out, is if you're not ready, you're not ready. Like, you don't need to dance around it. If you're not ready to lose weight, or you're not ready to make a transformation, it's totally okay. But when you are ready, you need to make that declaration. And I'm big on like public declarations, like put it out there and tell people what you're going to do. And then every single day, just go do one little tiny thing, like bring that rock back. And that's how you'll have success at really anything. That's a life lesson, not even a weight loss lesson.
Love it.
Boom.
Good.
That's a great
Appreciate
answer, man.
that.
For
Yeah.
real.
Thank you.
I think we had someone raise their hand. I don't know if they want to come and say hi to, Cassie or what, but
It's like Stacey Young, who was one of our like top answers. She was answering all those questions in the chat. So
maybe we have questions for her then.
She won all the prizes. She got
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to bring her on because I have a feeling she's got a few opinions and questions to share with us. So Stacey, I'm going to let you unmute yourself now. You should be good to go.
All right.
Hey, Stace.
What's up, Stacy?
Hi. So my question is, I'm building a client loyalty and referral program, and I was going to use points, but what is the best way to keep track of those points?
This is a Nina answer, I think.
I got an answer. So here's the thing, in the best way to really keep track of this, if you're going to do a point system, is that what you said, Stacey? You're going to do a point system, or are you just saying like you just want to keep track in general of how many, like Susan gave 2 clients, Kelly gave 1? Is that what you're thinking?
Either way, I was actually thinking going a little bit more in depth, like if they send me referrals, they get 25 points, but if they buy, an Olaplex take-home package, they get 10 points.
Okay, so that's almost like a loyalty program, right? So
Yeah.
if we're thinking of the referral program would be something separate. The referral program you can keep track of typically on your point of sale system, like so in Schedulicity, like using a notes like under their name, like you can add a notes part to that. So when their appointment pops up, you should be able to see in the notes, okay, well, Carol is owed this and this because she referred Susan, right? So that's one way to track it. If you're going to do a point system, that does make it a little bit more complicated because you have to be able to put those points somewhere. And if you're putting points for each person, it could get very, very confusing. So Schedulicity, or so Kit, for you, I guess this would be a better question. And I'm not quite sure of this yet, because I know that you guys are coming out with stuff all the time, but is there a loyalty system in the Schedulicity program?
That's actually more of a question for our rock stars. And I know Lindsay is on here, but we are not there quite yet. But there are some workarounds that I know that our customer support rock stars often suggest to people, because I talked to them about this recently for an article that we wrote for the blog. But one thing that I would really recommend, Stacey, is like, in case you couldn't tell from the trivia question about who the best customer support is of all time, our rock stars are, there's a reason why we call them our rock stars. So if you reach out to them at support@schedulicity.com, they will help you figure out how best to set up like a system that would work within our platform, even if it's like a temporary way of kind of working around it. And then from there, I will say that we are rolling out a lot of new features and have been rolling them out over the last few weeks and will be in 2021. Can't say much about them, but I will say that there's some good stuff coming. For those of you who haven't heard, like, for example, we launched service waitlists last week. So for those of you who are dealing with a lot of really loyal clients and you want to be able to get them in for the limited appointments you do have right now, that's a good example of something we just rolled out. So I don't know the real timing on that, but the support team can help you figure out a way to make it work for now. And then we will have some new and exciting things coming in 2021 too.
Sweet.
That's awesome. I'm really excited about the, we just got an email last week. I don't know if it's an email or a pop-up, but about the linked accounts. And like, you know, cause Tony and I, we work together, and right now we're on one account, but I'm really excited about the linked accounts and how that will, how that'll help us, you know, grow in the future.
Yeah, and for those of you who are less familiar with linked accounts, it's a brand new feature. That's another one that we launched last week, and it is a new way to make it so much easier to link your account to anyone that you're working with without giving up control of your personal account. So the reason why we know that people are really excited about this is that it's a new, easy way to connect with people that you're working with in the same space, or whether it's another booth renter, whether it's the owner of the salon, but you don't even have to share your client list. So you maintain full control of your client list, which I know is like the bread and butter for businesses. So you can learn more about that on our blog or on our site. We have a bunch of support articles. And again, that's like a great example of something that like the rock stars can help walk you through how to get that, make that switch in terms of your account if you want to maybe move in that direction in 2021. But people are really excited about it. So, I mean, I get it. Clients are everything, right? So yeah, there's some good stuff coming. I'm really excited about a bunch of.
Hey, Kit, do you know if with the linked accounts, if we can have a separate Schedulicity Pays accounts?
Yeah, I think that you can. And I correct me, like Lindsay's like, good. Yes, Lindsay's here and she's our pay expert. And I'm like, I probably say yes unless I know for sure. But that's another big positive element of it, is that you can also have separate pay accounts, which is huge, right? Because it's like, then you're not juggling other people's money. So
that's huge for us.
Yeah.
Huge. Lindsay, you got to get to me, man. We got to get that set up.
There you go. Lindsay's on there. Perfect.
Yeah, that's because Corey and I, we make one hairdresser, right? Because I all I do is cut, all he does is color. So we share so many clients. And then so to see the link account allows us to separate, to use Schedulicity Pays now separately instead of collecting it under one account and then trying to split up the dividends.
Believe it or not, we're still friends.
Right.
So we're kind of winding down here, and I do have our iPad giveaway announcement ready, unless anyone, it doesn't look like we have any more questions, but do you guys have anything else you want to discuss before I head into that?
I mean, first off, just thank you to Schedulicity. Thank to all the panelists that jumped on here with us and, you know, putting up with our craziness. Thank you guys very much, dude. Big thank you to Schedulicity for, you know, we're big on supporting the industry, and just they've supported our industry more than any other company that I know this year. And that's just not fodder. I mean, they went completely free from like April to September. And now, like, if you're a new user, now it's free all the way till March 2021. I mean,
for the last couple of years, more than just this 1 year, right?
Sure.
For the last, they were supporting hairdressers even outside of Schedulicity. What other brand does that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they are a company that is so true with their heart in our industry. I mean, big time.
Absolutely. And as Kit brought up, they're a company that continues to grow and to continue to make our jobs a little bit easier. And I mean, at 1.99% and a 10-cent swipe, I mean, that's more money into your pocket. If that's what that means, right? It's more money for us. And that's just incredible. And it's incredible that they continue to step up and make our jobs and make our lives a little bit easier.
Preach it, brother.
I think I just
I
got
could, I could talk about them all day, right?
I'm like, yeah, we are great. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I company, and I get to say that just having watched just the leadership in this company do some really incredibly, just brave and supportive things this year. And it's been a pleasure for me to work for this company too, which I know sounds kind of silly, but anyway, I thank you. I think that everyone is just thrilled to be able to help. And we're so glad that we've been able to do these town halls and everything else that we have coming, and stick with us, because I have no idea what the next town halls will be, but we are planning them soon. So thank you for joining us for our final one in 2020. And I will now announce the iPad giveaway. So we have one more to go. I know, do we need a drum roll going? Just like a...
Get me quick, because I can only do this
We
for a
used to
second.
have one on our board, but our board broke.
Yeah, we can do it.
I have some bad news. Corey and Tony, you didn't win the iPad.
Oh.
Aw, lame.
Ronnie Retton of the Brow Bar did win an iPad. So congratulations to Ronnie. You
Way to go, Ronnie.
Ronnie!
to use for whatever you want, whether it's Schedulicity Pay and using your Schedulicity account, or doing what I did with an iPad when I had it, which was like falling asleep reading a book and it would hit me in the face. And I'm not a good iPad person, but hopefully you'll do better with it than I did. And congratulations to all of you who won today. And thank you for joining us for our final Sched Ed. And we look forward to seeing you all in person. I think I can say that in 2021.
Word.
Thank you.
All.
Bye, guys. Kit, thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate you
Jay,
guys.
Nina,
Thank
Cass,
you.
great seeing you
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thank
And
you guys so
thank
much.
you, Paul.
I'm gonna need you to teach me how to do the upside down heart. I'm still trying.
I can't do it, man.
That's a double teardrop or a butt cheek.
Thumbs down. Nina said not thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Mine still looks weird.
It
It's the
looks like
camera
mine-
Your hands look a little crunchy or something.
What
Your
a-
fingers.
Talking about my crunchy hands, Nina.
Nina
Happy
said
holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays,
Happy
guys.
holidays,
Guys,
guys.
thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Soon.
Bye.
Hey, Jay, we're going to be reaching out to you shortly.
Cool, guys.